Hey, welcome to this video. I thought I'd do something a bit different. I'm gonna just go over the movies I've watched this week. See if you could take any recommendations, see if you enjoy them. I don't know, if you guys like it, literally just comment and I'll make sure to do next week's one as well. Alright, let's just get into it, alright? So the Stanford Prison Experiment, I watched this week. The film is based on a psychological experiment, and it's to do with Dr. Philip Zimbardo, who created it's a social experiment where basically he puts in students from Stanford in a jail, but a made-up jail. It's literally just in the hallways of their university. They're in the jail for 14 days. That's the experiment, and they pay these kids like $15 a day, which translates to around like 120 quid now. I thought the movie was excellent, to be honest. I think it's a great depiction of a social experiment. I want to watch more movies in this sort of like social experiment genre just because it's cool. It's good to watch. I thought all the characters were like really well done. Honestly, I actually just enjoyed this movie from the first minute to the end, and I would recommend it. I literally, 5 stars, honestly. I give this movie 5 stars. I thought it was that good. Next movie is Drive. I watched this one. Yesterday. So yeah, it's still fresh in my mind, this one. And Ryan Gosling, I can't say I'm massive on the guy. I saw him in The Nice Guys, which I did like. I thought he was very funny. You know, he is a bit, you know, kind of. My friend Jared said he is very a bit like just a face, emotionless. You know, it's that style of acting. It's, you know, having someone who doesn't talk is difficult to empathise with, but it's good. I did enjoy this. I actually did get into it. I think it's one of those ones where it got better throughout the movie and you got more involved in it, and I think it was nice. You were just seeing constant things happening to him. I thought it was a very well put together story. 80% of this movie was shot chronologically. Apparently this was to do with their acting and making sure it's a bit more authentic. And you know what? I think it works. I think it definitely was just better throughout, and it just got better and better. So yeah, I gave this one a 4 stars overall. So yeah, 4 stars. Wow. Next movie was the founder of McDonald's, baby. Everyone likes a Big Mac, and you know what? I like this movie too. I don't like McDonald's now because it's a bit overpriced, and I don't think it's worth it for what you get. And it's just not good. It's just not good. I always feel like a bit ill after eating it. Anyway, McDonald's aside, the movie was great. I really enjoyed it. It's about Ray Kroc, from a salesman from Illinois who's selling milkshakes. He's an unhustle and bustle proper guy. He's been selling his whole entire life. He knows everybody in the industry. He knows all the investors. Okay, he's been around for ages, and he's quite an older fella when he got into this. And he met the Mac and Dick McDonald, and he said to them, "Hey, listen, they wanted to work together." And before you know it, he's slowly taken over the company. And the founder, he's not the founder. But you know, I thought it was a very good put together movie. It does remind me of The Social Network. That sort of like, you know, that building up of a man and his character and his business all together, and how they sort of coincide. And it really is a Shark Tank, the business world. But honestly, I really enjoyed it. It was shot in 22 days as well. It was apparently shot in 8 to 10 hours in a day, which usually movies are shot in 12 hours each day. That's sort of the standard rate. But 8 to 10 hours, apparently the director, who was John Lee Hancock, was very organised when he done this movie. And he shot it in 22 days, which I think is inspiring. Great movie. And yeah, incredible. Loved it. Next movie is Margin Call. Now I watched this one. This is directed by J.C. Chandor, right? This is a thriller, which about the 2008 financial crisis, and this movie was apparently inspiration for The Big Short, which came out later, which I love, by the way. The Big Short is fantastic. This movie, I clicked on it because I saw Kevin Spacey. I know that sounds a bit horrendous, but Kevin Spacey, I do like him as an actor. I can separate the work from the art. You know, the work from his sex life. I don't approve of his sex life, but I approve of his acting. I think he's a very good actor. So that was part of the reason I clicked on it. It turned out to be a stellar cast. But it's just, it was one of those ones. I think I realised how stupid I was watching it, because I just didn't understand what was really going on. And I understand what happens in the crisis, but honestly, the terms they were using, I got lost in the movie. I didn't really enjoy it. I think I got almost distracted, and it was just kind of like a lethargic watch by the end of it. So yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I'm sure it is better than I let on, but honestly, yeah, probably try it on someone who has a bigger brain than I do. Now, next one is John Wick. Wow, okay, so this one's obviously very well watched. A lot of people are massive fans of this, so I'm a bit, nervous talking about this. I mean, John Wick, directed by Shad Stahelski. Wow, good name. But yeah, apparently it was going to be originally called Scorn. But John Wick, Keanu Reeves, advertised it as John Wick to all his mates, all his pals in Hollywood, and all of a sudden the title's changed and it's about John Wick. I mean, it is about John Wick, Scorn doesn't have a snap to it, and maybe, Scorn, I mean, listen, Scorn 1, Scorn 2, Scorn 3, I guess that, you never know, we could have been rolling off the tongue of that. But the man kills, he's on a mission. I'm just going to assume you've seen it, I can't lie. It's a spoiler, but he kills bare people because of his dog, and in the end he's still sad. So I don't, his wife does die, which I guess causes him to this hitman. I guess it's pretty cool to see him beat people up, kill people. But honestly, I think I like storybook sort of movies where there is a story to be told. This one just seemed like guns firing everywhere. May as well have been in Iraq. He was insane. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I think coasting through it, yeah, it's a fun watch. Do I think it's an amazing movie? No, I'm sorry, I don't. I rated it 3 stars. So yeah. Yeah, there we go. And the Lost Boys. I watched this movie. It's quite a weird flick, this one. Directed in 1987 by John Schumacher. And it's like teenage boys, they moved to this new place called Santa Carla. They didn't want to name it Santa Cruz because apparently, it's advertised as the murder capital of the world they moved to. So I think Santa Cruz had a problem with that. But basically, it's quite a weird flick. I thought the soundtrack was very, very good. The movie itself, it's done very in an 80s sort of way, like, the smoke machine getting busted out in all cylinders, and the fashion sense is interesting. It's good. Some people have drip in it. The kid has drip. And yeah, I liked it. Ben Stiller was apparently auditioned to be one of the Lost Boys, which I think was interesting. Could have been a good addition, but I actually think it was a good movie. Probably best not touched. So yeah, very good. I think it was just quite enjoyable. It's kind of like more of a children's flick. Remind me of the Goonies a little bit. I gave this a 3.5 star, but that's not a bad rating. I think it could have been a 4 if I enjoyed the story more. Maybe if I was younger and I watched it, maybe when I was 11 or 12, I probably would have enjoyed it more, just because I think that's where it's more the demographic is aimed at in general. But yeah, that summarizes all the movies I'd watched this week. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment so I know, and I'll record one for next week.